Taurus, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to November, and we're going to be getting into your general messages. This beautiful new moon in Scorpio, you're going to have it in your seventh house, opposing Taurus, you in your first house. So there's going to be a lot of me versus we going on for you this beginning of the week. Something very surprising. You may have some sort of epiphany regarding something having to do with relationships, contracts, some sort of serious interpersonal relationship. The seventh house also has to do with your public. Your not really your public, that would be more 11th house, more like your clients, right? If you are in some sort of business where you have clients, something like that, because we have the sun, we have the moon, we have Mars, we have Mercury actually moving in there on the 5th. So Mercury is going to be moving into Scorpio on the 5th, and then Venus is going to be moving into Capricorn on the 5th as well. It's going to be hanging out in Capricorn until March 6th, and that's going to be happening in your 9th house. So I love that for negotiation. If you guys need to do any sort of negotiating, anything having to do with higher education, whether you're working in higher ed or whether you're going to school, having to do with foreign land, foreign travel, dealing with foreign importing, exporting, anything like that. Excellent. Venus in Capricorn. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I'm just realizing it now. So good, having to do with advertising, marketing, launching anything. If you're starting a new job, this is really, really good stuff, right? I mean, this is really beautiful. That Venus energy in there, I love, love, love it for you. I don't feel like you guys are going to be hit as in the same sort of challenging way as some of the other signs. And when I say some of the other signs, I mean like Libra, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So if you're dealing with energies like that, I feel like they're going to be hit a little bit more, a little more difficult, even though you have all of this energy in that 7th house. I'm not saying that you're not going to be feeling it, man. You're going to be feeling it. Scorpio is a super intense energy, right? I mean, there's superficial nothing flies, right? And whatever's been going on in that connection, having to do with, again, business connection, intimacy, maybe something even going on with your clients, there's some sort of illumination that's going to be happening, right? But the thing is, the surprise is going to come from you. It's going to come from within. There's something very surprising that you're going to be either realizing like, wow, maybe I don't even want to be doing this particular A, B, and C anymore. Maybe I just don't want to be in this relationship anymore. Maybe I don't want to be involved in this business connection anymore. But the thing is, it's like, boom, out of nowhere. You might have been teetering with it here and there, but it's like all of a sudden something like this is unbelievable clarity. But what's amazing with how things are aspecting here, especially because it's actually sextile in Chiron and Aries in your 12th house. I'm sorry. No, Chiron and Aries is in your 12th house. It's actually, it's going to be in a semi with it. So I feel like that's going to actually be very supportive of you. But Neptune, Pisces and Neptune in your 11th house, where it is that you're dreaming about, where it is that you want to go in your life. And it's whatever is not fitting you right now is not going to be able to stay quiet or stay under wraps, right? You're going to be seeing things very, very clearly right now. Even if you don't have clarity about how to handle it, if that makes sense, you're going to be recognizing where the change is needed to make, because that's Scorpio, right? It's Scorpio season is all about that. Remember, Scorpio, the modern ruler is Pluto and the ancient ruler is Mars. So these are two very, very assertive energies where it's like, come on, let's go. Fresh path, new perspective. Come on, come on, come on. But you might be getting this opposition from that 7th house. So you're really going to be very in tune with if things aren't driving with you in your marriage, in your relationship, having to do with that business contract, that person that you're in the lawsuit with. If something smells funny, you're going to feel very motivated to do something about something that's going on, because that 7th house is also someone that you're involved in some sort of legal situation with. The 7th house represents them. So let's see what we have. I'm going to do a little bit of a different read this week. And it's not going to be he said, she said, because not everybody's in relationship. It's I say, they say, right? So no matter what situation that you're in, whether it's relationship, business, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm going to pull a Celtic cross spread for you. I'm going to drop the camera down, and then I'm going to pull one for them. So that could be a family member, that could be a business associate. It doesn't really matter. Those are the different ways that it could end up rolling out. I thought this might be a fun little different spread. All righty, let's get right into this for our Taurians. 8 of Wands, yes. And what's your challenge though with that 8 of Wands, that communication coming in? the challenge is a conversation. That's hilarious. Because you're right, you're ready to sit down and have some sort of conversation, but somebody is not on the same page as you, right? The two of cups really is, it's several things, right? I mean, obviously it's a mutually supportive relationship. For some of you, you're all about like moving on away from an unhealthy relationship and you want to meet somebody, but maybe you're having a hard time meeting that person, that you sort of see in your mind's eye that you're trying to manifest and they're just not coming forward yet. But this could also indicate like, maybe things have been sort of challenging, right? Having to do with the relationship, a business situation, and so conversation happens, right? The Eight of Wands, conversation always happens, right? This is about good news coming in. This is where you're at right now. You're all about having positive conversation, positive communication towards growing something, but you're having a hard time having that conversation, talking about the minutia of something, how something is supposed to actually roll out. That's where the challenge is right now. So for example, if it has to do with work, having that uncomfortable conversation about money, having that uncomfortable conversation about who's doing more, right? Sort of thing, right? Actually, that could even go for a relationship as well. Having that very productive conversation about moving forward. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands coming into this energy. So the Page of Wands is an energy of the strong desire to express yourself, right? You're coming into this energy, you really want to sort of express yourself. This does indicate events speeding up, blocks being lifted. So if you guys were in a space where you were waiting to move forward in a particular area of your life, maybe you're waiting for a callback regarding that job, or you were waiting to finally start that job, you were waiting to get word back on that house or move into that house, right? I mean, I'm a Taurus moon and I just moved into a new home. Maybe it was that, right? Just something like that, where there was a space of waiting and all of a sudden blocks are lifted and you're finally moving forward, right? They're coming into this energy. But again, we have this very positive information coming in, but the challenge is the Two of Cups. So, I'm almost feeling though, for some of you as well, that Two of Cups could be this sort of thing where blocks are being lifted, lots of information is coming in, and you might even feel rather confused about which path to take regarding something, whether it's a job offer, something having to do with relationship. It really could be anything. And I want to say that only because of the axis that you're having this new moon in Scorpio opposing Uranus on. That first house, seventh house, is a very personal house versus, it's like you versus the public kind of thing, right? You and them out there. It's like me in here and you out there kind of thing. So you might be, kind of working with the realization that you've learned some sort of lesson. You've come to some sort of realization. Maybe it's that you realize you're never going to be more than you are at your job. You're never going to have more than you have currently in that relationship. That family member is not going to change, whatever it is. It's a lesson learned though, but it's through, a lot of struggle, a lot of time. Because remember, Saturn is Chronos, it's time. So this is nothing new. This is something that's been learned because you've been trying to make something work for such a long time, and there's some sort of lesson learned. Now, this could be completely positive, where it's like, I finally realized things, okay, or you're working with an energy where it's like they finally have this epiphany, and it's like, yes, there is this realization about what's needed. Queen of Pentacles is recognizing what's needed to make a situation grow, to make a situation work, what's needed to be considered supportive and a generous energy. What does that even mean, right? And so you're in this space, and a lot of you, oh my gosh, just because Uranus is in your first house, and this Queen of Pentacles absolutely does indicate you taking really good care of your body, your finances, just taking care of you. And I feel like a lot of you are in this space where it's like, you know what? I'm realizing I have to make A, B, and C changes, or at least entertain A, B, and C changes, because if I stay in this, I'm realizing I'm not taking care of myself the way that I need to. I'm working too much, or I'm accepting too much that feels unhealthy and not okay to me in that relationship, or I'm being taken advantage of, or whatever it is for you. There is this realization where it's like, hold on now, I really need to take care of me. I need to focus on what I need right now, not in a selfish way, even though that first house where Uranus is Aries, is the landlord there, and it is a Mars ruled house. I'm not feeling like it's very selfish. I'm feeling more like it's um almost doing housekeeping on yourself, like realizing that you have to take better care of yourself. Wow, look at this. So the advice here is to recognize. So we always have the advice here is to recognize this energy. And when we have death, okay, so death can indicate the need to move. Again, maybe you have moved, right? Like I have. This is a moving energy. But this may be this realization that something has reached its expiration date, at least in the way that it's been in that relationship, in that job. Now, if you are in this space where you're recognizing like you need to move out of a job that you've been doing, because some of you may be very much in that space where it's like, I can't do that anymore. And you're realizing it like pretty profoundly, loud, hard, and quick. Like, I don't know, I'm not feeling like at home and doing that anymore. Just understand though that you're very protected in this energy. There is something very palatable on the other side of this energy for you. So I don't want you to worry too much about it. Easy to say, right? But that is what this energy is telling me. And those of you who are making the decision to sort of step away from a relationship, it doesn't have to be forever. It may just be for now to allow some breathing room. Maybe some realizations have to go on, but the way that it's been up to this point has not been healthy. It hasn't been healthy. Whatever it is, it's not good. So there's got to be this sort of extricating away from the situation and this really good introspective sort of mulling over of things and where it is that you really want to go. The energy that you're dealing with is the Four of Wands. So it does seem to me like there is this energy that you're dealing with does want to have some sort of strong foundation with you. Right now, if this has to do with a business situation, I like it because this is about allowing your creativity to shine and in a way where it's going to end up providing you the success that you need to have a strong foundation. It's almost a celebratory vibe, right? It's like the talent of what you offer to a situation or even to a person are appreciated by this person. So I really like that. But this could also indicate for some of you a new person or a new partner, maybe even a new business partner saying, hey, let's go into business together. Or this could be a new intimate partner really expressing their feelings for you, right? For a lot of you, it could be that. They're sort of very much in the Four of Wands energy. Very in that Four of Wands energy. Now, for others of you, this could be that the energy that you're dealing with, they're experiencing this on their end, right? Where they're really focused on getting their creativity out there and they're very focused on creating a very firm foundation for themselves in their life. So, because this is a first and seventh house sort of time period for you, as I'm saying, you guys may be in this space where it's like, okay, marriage partner, intimate partner, business partner, person that I'm working with privately as a client or whatever. It can I'm kind of getting this energy where it's like you're about protecting yourself and they're about, I'm not even going to say protecting themselves, but they're about expanding themselves and making sure that they have enough. So I almost feel like you guys are almost on different sides of the street, if that makes sense, where it's not that you don't want to do something together collaboratively. It's not it. It's just that you're both individually so concerned about your own safety, security, and strong foundation that you may be having a hard time meeting in the middle and connecting. Do you know what I mean? So that's something that needs to be considered here. Now, your challenge here is the Six of Cups. So this is all about your personal psychology. And the Six of Cups is about feeling very nostalgic. This could be getting in your way. The past could be getting in your way. You might be feeling, though, very challenged in the ability to reconcile something where the reality of a situation is what it is. And if you're going to stay in the situation, you need to reconcile some sort of acceptance of the way something is. And you just can't bring yourself to do it right now. You just can't, because something is feeling very, very unfair to you. And that's the thing. When we have the sun and the moon and Mars and then Mercury, let's say Mercury as well, right? Because even though Mercury's not going in until the day after, the moon's still going to be hanging out in there, though, for another day after that. There's going to be a lot of light shown on this idea of Are things fair? Are they not fair? Is this right? Is this not right? And you're not going to be able to not see that. Now, we have the Queen of Wands for you coming into the near future. So the Queen of Wands is all about you stepping into your power, Taurus, right? Ideas popping. You're going to have the strength you need to make things happen. All of your relationships are going to feel energized. You're going to feel very, oh my gosh, I just really like this for you. I feel like a lot of you are just going to be getting into something new. So there's some sort of like very social energy, very successful energy, very self-aware energy as well. And especially with that Uranus in your house. Yes, very self-aware. And very specifically, you're going to be very self-aware of what it is that you require to move forward. And I want to be very clear in what I'm about to say here, with integrity and authenticity. You can move forward in anything. We all can, right? Everyone can. But are you speaking your truth? Are you living your truth? Because at the end of the day, with this final outcome energy, the Queen of Cups is all about Gemini and Cancer energy in astrology. This is you having a very high emotional intelligence right now, my friends. You're not afraid of intimacy. You're not afraid of looking at what is necessary and what it takes in order to make something happen. You're in a particularly loving space right now. But what I really like about this for you is you're very loving to yourself as well. And, a lot of people can't say that most of the time. I mean, they give themselves the lip service. I love myself, da da da, you know what I mean? But I feel like you guys truly are in a space where it's like, no, I'm like, and again, not in like a full of yourself, I don't need anybody kind of energy at all. It's like, no, I value myself so much that I've realized that I haven't been valuing myself enough, and that I want to have circumstances, people, situations in my life, but not if it means sacrificing who I am. And that's really beautiful, because I feel like it's popping out. Look at this. It's popping out of nowhere. You're very focused on manifesting happiness for yourself and moving forward. This is the thing with the Two of Wands. Let me tell you, okay? Let me tell you, my New York is coming out. The Two of Wands is about moving forward, right? This is a Mars energy. So it's a Mars and Aries energy. So being very focused on a fresh path, a new perspective. There are two aspects of the situation that you're needing to really go through right now. And you're asking these big questions where, so I feel like a lot of you are in the space where you feel like someone in your life can help you more than they are, and they're choosing not to. And you're needing to kind of digest what that actually means for the trajectory of your path and you moving forward. But I feel like you're going to want to have the conversation about expectations and needing to conform to something. The Hierophant is all about that, right? This is in numerology. This is the Temperance energy, which is about negotiating and empathy and trying to what do you need? What do they need? What does the situation need? Right now, if this has to do with career or money, this is about progress, really, right? I mean, forward in your work, progress forward in decisions, progress in your direction. You might be dealing with somebody who's very motivated, somebody, or maybe not even someone, it could be someone or a situation that's very motivating for you, or very inspiring for you. For a lot of you, this could even indicate a possible expansion of your property, of where it is that you live. If some of you are in that space, this is a relationship energy as well, marriage, committed partnership, celebrating the sacred in your relationship. But it's about, very specifically, it's not just celebrating like hoo-ha, we're in this. It's about, all right, what's expected of who in this relationship, having to do with, let's sit down and talk about the pragmatics, money, communication, intimacy, who's doing what, how is this all rolling, right? Because there is this energy that wants to collaborate with you, right? I mean, you want to come together, you want to be able to work something out with the person. There's absolutely this recognition, though, that you can't do it alone, and you're not willing to continue in the space that it's been. King of Swords is about staying calm, getting into that mental space, speaking the truth, staying inside of reality, not allowing your emotions to get washed up in the situation. It's like, okay, keeping it real. I've been paying the electric bill. I've been paying the blah, blah. I've been, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. I've been taking care of, 85 to 90% of the clients. I've been the one showing up A, B, and C. We need to figure this out. And it doesn't necessarily have to go in that way, but it does call for you to not allow your emotions to get too wrapped up in the situation. Clarifying that, we have the Emperor, which is Aries energy. And what I like about this is you taking control of a situation, which is very necessary. So if this is to do with career or money, this is your finances getting organized and balanced, right? This is also balance being found in your work, right? So if you're having these issues with somebody at work, there is balance had, right? Which is great. But keep in mind, if you're doing something for work that doesn't motivate or impassion you, you're absolutely going to start feeling stifled this month. You just will. So it's time for you to take control and figure that out, and figure out in a very determined way, how can you rectify that situation? If it has to do with relationship, you guys are talking about future plans and very practical matters, very practical being addressed here. And clarifying that practicality is this commitment to a new beginning. So some of you are saying, the hell with this, I can't do this work anymore. I just want to follow my passion, something that I feel a lot more passionate about, and starting something new. This is an energy of fertility. So this could indicate a new relationship, a new job. This could indicate becoming pregnant, purchasing a home, if that's what you've been wanting to do, starting that business, if that's what you've been wanting to do. But guys, I have to tell you, there's a lot of energy here that indicates a new job to me. Page of Pentacles can also mean mental, physical, and emotional connection. So it could certainly mean a new relationship. But just this Emperor with the Ace of Wands and the Pentacle, it's like saying, no, I want to transition into doing something that makes me feel a lot more excited to get up and go to each day, or to get up and do each day. So whether that's having to do with a job, or whether that's even having to do with being inside your relationship right now. So now I'm going to pull for them, whoever they are. So this could be your partner in a relationship, your partner in work, your boss, that family member, maybe even your, a client, right? Again, because of that 7th house energy. Okay. So right now they're a little confused. 8 of Wands. Okay. So coming into this energy, they were trying to figure out the psychological motivation of you, having to do with whatever it is that they're involved with you in, right? So if this has to do with a relationship, they're like, what does Taurus really want from this relationship? Or what does Taurus really want from this job? Or what are they really looking for? What is it that they really want? I'm trying to figure you out coming into this energy, right? But right now they're that hangman, that Neptunian energy. You may be dealing with somebody who is, feeling like they're needing to sacrifice things in order to make something work. This is that very sacrificial energy, right? Where they may even feel rather victimized right now. Again, this is a subjective read. You don't have to agree with it. But the challenge here for them right now is this 8 of Wands energy. And they're feeling just very frustrated. They're feeling a lot of delays and stuff. They're feeling like maybe they're waiting for some sort of good news to come in, something that's going to, some sort of decision that they've been waiting on, but it's not coming in yet. That's going to help to end up advancing them in their life, and thereby, end up improving whatever your connection is. So they may be waiting for some good news that's not coming in just yet. But right now, the basis of the situation, we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. The 8 of Swords in reverse is release, and it's about new hope, and it's about just feeling this very strong need to escape something, feel liberated, feel a sense of freedom. They don't want to feel bogged down. They don't want to feel restricted. They don't want to feel these things, right? I mean, that's the basis of the situation. They don't want to feel this element of restriction anymore. And then we have the current situation is the 9 of Cups for them, which is about them focusing on happiness and trying to manifest something where they feel their wishes in a way where they're able to live a life that feels more connected to their heart, right? And what it is that they want, right? So Jupiter and Pisces energy. So it certainly does seem like they're waiting to manifest something, right? Something that they're waiting to come in. Now, the spirit's recommendation for them is to look at the Ace of Wands and focus on a new beginning. This is a very auspicious energy for all areas of life, right? I mean, creative projects, passion, motivation. Ace is always brand new. Wands are will, passion, and motivation. So anything that they feel very passionate about. So they need to focus on, when it comes to you, to focus on this new beginning with you in a way where there's positivity. So if they're feeling very negative about it, they need to really sort of change their lens. Now, you're the Strength reverse right now, which is very interesting. This is how they're perceiving you anyway, right now. So when we have this, I'm feeling like they're feeling like you are having a hard time making any sort of solid decision. You don't want to confront a particular situation. They view you as somebody who might be ignoring your instincts in the name of safety or ease. But genuinely believing that this is going to end up stunting you and perhaps them as well, in whatever situation you're in. Is they feel like you're overthinking, you're overanalyzing something, and that this is a situation that you're dealing with right now, and because of that, they're not able to balance something out wholly so with you. Their particular psychological block, though, is the Lover's energy. And Lovers is always about a choice. So they're having a hard time making a choice regarding something. This is Gemini energy. In numerology, this is the devil, which indicates imbalance, right? And the Lover's energy is always about recognizing imbalance and saying, okay, we need to work at this together in order to fix this. It's like, it's an energy of decision in a business partnership, in love, any kind of relationship, whatever it is. Now, for some of you, you may be dealing with, if you're dealing with somebody having to do with work, or maybe just somebody in your life where they're in this space where they have a choice regarding their career, where they're in this place where it's like one option might seem better, but they really need to look closer to make sure that it's the best thing in the long run, and not make that decision just about the money, because they really do want to, they should be following their heart, but they're really not. They're having a hard time making a decision here. Some sort of decision that's, now they could be viewing you as this, or you could be viewing them, right? Because that's sort of like them and another person, right? And because you're in this situation with them, it really could be vice versa. But in the near future, we have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups could indicate to me that maybe they're receiving some sort of good news about some sort of emotional aspect of their life. So maybe they're getting a new job. Maybe something really positive is happening, having to do with money, having to do with family, having to do with something that they're really wanting to be involved in. And then we have the Chariot as the final outcome. The Chariot is about moving away from toxicity. Just, like whatever's been toxic, getting the hell away from that. So if this is to do with a relationship, some sort of situation that you guys are going through is expedited. We're going to pull some cards to see if the surrounding cards are positive, then it's moving away from negative towards positive. If the cards that come out are negative, then it's like the relationship is likely ending, because it's likely, they feel like it's likely not meant for them. So let's see what comes up. We have the Four of Cups. Let's pull the clarifiers. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Page of Swords. Okay. Okay, and let's just pull another one on that. So we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so it does seem like some sort of new opportunity is going to be coming in, some sort of new start for them. So whether this is a new job, something that is some sort of new opportunity is going to be coming in. Now, they're going to be feeling like, well, this isn't working because of A, B, and C, and because of this, this, and this, but they need to really look at themselves a little more closely, Taurus. They really do. They need to understand that the reason why something isn't working out is in large part because of some sort of unhealed issue that they're still nursing, or something on their end. But it does seem like something new is going to be coming in that's going to be changing their tune, and they're going to want to come back around and rectify things. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune is a very good energy for them to get, for sure, particularly if it has to do with career or money, because this is good news coming in. They just have to make sure that they prioritize what's being asked of them and make sure they exercise a lot of integrity while they're doing it. But this is, on the whole, this is a very good energy for them, right? If you're dealing with somebody, maybe a family member or a friend or even a business partner, right? Something good coming in. So this could be a contract coming in, something good coming in that way. If this has to do with a relationship, this could indicate you guys are in a weird space. You guys figuring stuff out with the Magician and the Sun, right? Which is nice. Well, clarifying that is the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse can be a little tricky because this does indicate family conflict. This can indicate some sort of foreclosure or financial issue having to do with a home. This could also just indicate straight up loneliness, right? Maybe they're just feeling super lonely right now. Right, where they really want to fix things with you because they're lonely and they just really miss you, right? It could absolutely have to do with that. The 10 of Pentacles can also indicate if it has to do with some sort of business situation. This could also mean having some sort of, obviously some sort of property issue or some issue having to do with finances, right? And then we have that being clarified by the Page of Swords, some sort of new information coming in, because swords are truth and it's communication, but this is very positive, right? This is useful information coming and getting help from people around them to further their ambition. So this could be, maybe they have a contract coming in, or they have some sort of agreement could be coming in, or they're getting some sort of help that's going to actually be helping them with this issue that they're having in this 10 of Pentacles reverse. And then we have the 2 of Cups here, which is a great conversation, beautiful communication, mutually supportive energy, positive proposal coming in, great energy if things have been very challenging between the two of you guys, discussing things more. And what's going to be going on in those discussions is the 7 of Wands, where you're going to, they're feeling like they need to defend themselves against you, right? They feel like that. But what's being incited after that is the Ace of Cups, which is a very beautifully, again, very, very mutual energy, right? Love, key emotional events, excellent for business, excellent for pregnancy, excellent for having a meeting of the mind, great for spiritual growth, great for manifesting whatever it is that they've been working on, right? But they're very in this King of Swords energy, very, very sort of, focusing on the mind instead of their heart to take charge of the circumstances. It's very Capricorn and Aquarius energy. So I feel like for a lot of you, the issue with this other person does have a lot to do with a sense of lack that they're experiencing in their life. And it looks like they're going to be there's going to be a change for the better for them. And when that happens, then things are going to get better between the two of you. So even if it's just like a friend or something is going to be working out for somebody who you are sharing your life with. So I'm just going to pull a couple of oracles for whatever situation is that you guys are dealing with together with this person. Let's pull 3 oracles for our Taurus friends. Clean it up. A change in the wind. Flexible. Beautiful. So clean it up means there are issues that need to be addressed within this connection, but you can only clean up yours. They can only clean up theirs. You can clean up somebody else's backyard, right? As I always say. So there's a change in the wind, of course, right? Whenever Uranus is in the house, there's always a change in the wind. Something very surprising is going to be happening. And I feel like this is going to be a very, very busy time for you. So you do have to maintain flexibility. Not the most comfortable thing for our Taurian friends who are the youngest Earth sign, right? You get but you're going to have to be flexible. Tap into your, wherever the Gemini is in your chart and kind of go with it. Right. And your Gemini happens to be in that 2nd house for you. So tap into that next house energy. But I like it. I actually feel like overall, this is just a very positive, it's a positive week for you. Again, it's probably not going to be comfortable for most of us just because of newness, Scorpio, crazy conversation, but I feel like it's ultimately going to end up being moving you into a space where you're going to feel good about who you are in whatever it is that you're in. So that's really good. All right, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way. You guys have a beautiful week and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.